the founder of Junky, and welcome to Junky TV. So today's video we will be addressing yoga at your desk, so office yoga. This will help correct this posture, the rounding of the shoulders from sitting at a keyboard at a computer all day. I like to call that computer-itis. Help to correct that opening up the shoulders and find that posture again. These 10 exercises and stretches will also help to alleviate any physical stress in the body. So where stress manifests in our body physically is usually the neck, the shoulders, and the low back. So these stretches will really help to ease through that. And we'll also do a few breathing exercises just to help sort of find relaxation. I really like to address this idea of stress because what happens is if we don't address our stress, we can start to burn out our adrenal glands. And what happens is our adrenals really kick in when our body's under high amounts of stress. So what happens is when we increase the stress level, our adrenal glands continue to work for us at a higher level, and then eventually they can burn out. And when the adrenals burn out, that can develop into thyroid issues. So we really want to address that. And then what we'll do is we'll start with the breathing exercises. So go ahead and then find yourself seated into your office chair, and we'll get started. So make sure that you're sitting comfortably into your office chair. So feeling all four corners of the feet pressing into the ground. So flat feet. If you're wearing a heel, feel free to take those off, or you can leave your shoes on. And then just really starting to sit up nice and tall. So avoiding slouching into the chair, but maybe coming to the edge of the seat and then just finding this nice tall alignment. So keeping a good bend into the knees, finding that navel, drawing that in towards the spine to support the low back. So we don't want to collapse into our low back. We want to sit up nice and tall. And then from here, start to feel vertebrae stacked on top of each other. So lengthening through the spine, feeling the crown of the head raising right up towards the ceiling. Start to feel the collarbones widen across the chest, and then feel the shoulder blades just start to melt down the back. And then just place the backs of your hands right on top of the legs, the palms face up. So palms face up allow us to receive energy, and palms down, energy goes away from the body. And then once you find this alignment, start to close the eyes. And then just starting to scan the body head to toe, finding where you're carrying physical tension into the body. So then just continue doing that. Seeing where you're holding on to stress, where it manifests physically, and then using a big exhale, see if you can sigh a big exhale and let that release. And then start to allow the breath to drop below the navel. So creating a deep belly breath. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Slow exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Slow exhale for 3, 2, 1. And when you feel stressed or overwhelmed, you can tap into this 3-count breath to really deepen your inhale and exhale and create more sense of relaxation. So these are 10 postures and stretches that you can use during the day. You can take one, you can do all 10, depending on how much time you have. And just seating physically in your chair, in your work clothes. So really quick, easy, go-to stretches and postures to help decrease stress. So the first one is just inhaling, connecting that breath with the moon. You're going to bring your arms right above your head, interlace the fingers, and then rotate the palms up towards the ceiling. Now, depending on your range of motion, will direct how straight the arms become. We want to work on drawing the shoulders down the back, and then drawing the arms closer towards the ears, pressing the palm up towards the ceiling. And then even closing the eyes, and then just finding that deep belly breath. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, lift and lengthening. And then exhale, trying to relax into the posture. So the next stretch is to work what's called the scalenes, so the sides of our neck. And this is a place that holds a lot of physical tension. So again, sitting upright, find that navel towards the spine. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to place it just onto the left side of your head. And then take that right ear and drop it down towards the right shoulder. And then you should feel a gentle stretch here. And depending on how tight this area is, you can apply more or less pressure, deepening the stretch or lessening it. And then again, in this stretch, observe where you're holding on to physical tension, whether it's through the jaw. Be mindful of the low back, take to sit upright, and then relaxing the shoulders, even just closing the eyes, and then again finding that deep belly breath. And then you can repeat same thing, other side. Left hand to the outside of the right head, and then dropping left ear to the left shoulder. You can also start to lengthen through the arms, spreading the fingers wide to increase that stretch. So this next one is one of my favorites to correct this computer posture, the rounding forward of the shoulders. So what happens is you're going to sit up nice and tall, draw that navel towards the spine, and then you're going to start to interlace the fingers behind your back. Again, the palms will face towards you, and you're slowly going to stretch through the arms. Again, feeling the four corners of the feet pressing into the mat or the ground, finding that navel, drawing that in and up. And then widening through the collarbones, opening up through the chest. And then again, observing where you're holding on to tension. So this next one is really good to address any tension through the back of the neck. So you're going to interlace the fingers, place the palms right at the base of the skull. And you're going to start to draw the elbows towards each other, drawing the chin towards the chest. And then just starting to feel that stretch to the back of the neck. And then close the eyes and just allow yourself to breathe right at the deepest part that you feel the stretch. For those of you who have experience doing yoga, this is your cat-cow posture in a chair. So again, feeling all four corners of the feet pressing into the mat. Just start to press your hands into your legs, and you're going to open up through the chest. So this is your cow posture. And then you're going to exhale and then just round through the back. So we inhale, press into the legs, opening up through the chest. And then exhale, curving the spine, allowing the head to release, closing the eyes, and then just feeling this rounding through the upper back. And then connecting with the breath of the movement. So inhale, opening up through the chest, and then exhale to round. From here, this one's a really good one to help with the low back. So again, sitting upright, finding that good posture, nailing towards the spine. You're going to take the right hand and then just rotate backwards so that you press into the side of the chair. You're going to take the left arm and use it as a leverage. So the left arm is going to press into the outside of the right leg. Sitting up nice and tall first so that we're not collapsing into the low back. Hug the belly in towards the spine and then slowly start to rotate. Just creating a gentle twist. And then releasing. And then again, taking it to the other side. And through all these postures, really making sure that you're observing where you're holding on to tension and relaxing through that. So this next one's really good to stretch the glutes as well as the hips. So you're going to flex the foot. So that ankle's going to rest just above the knee, on the fleshy part just above the knee onto the leg. You're going to create what's called a figure four. And then from here, sitting upright, maybe you start to already feel the stretch of the glutes through opening up the hips, and that's fine, you can stay here. If you want to take this a little further, you're going to come into a gentle forward fold and just increase that stretch. So feeling it deeper into that glute, as well as the outside of the hip. And then always doing right and left side to create balance into the body. So left ankle over right leg, and then just slowly hinging forward. So this next one is one of my personal favorites. It's eagle arms. So we're going to extend the arms shoulder height. You're going to cross the arms just above the elbows, making an X shape. Then we rotate the palms up. From here, you're going to wrap the arms, maybe giving yourself a high five. So this is the full posture. Now, different options here, if this range of motion is not accessible, then what we can do is place the fingertips right at the shoulder blades and start to feel this space between the shoulder blades. Drawing the elbows up and then pulling the arms further away from us, creating more space through the upper back between the shoulder blades. And then again, if we're moving more into the full posture, we can work through here or wrapping the hands as well. And then from here, the traps, the tops of the shoulders are really tight. Really feel that through there. So drawing the elbows up and then pulling the arms away from you. And then again, closing the eyes and then just creating a deeper sense of relaxation. And this posture equal arms, any wrapping of the limbs, the arms and the legs, will help to create mental focus and clarity as well as relaxation. And again, always working through both sides. So other side, left arm under right, flipping the palms up, wrapping around the shoulder blades, or coming into the full posture. So this next one is just your traditional forward fold seated in your chair. So again, feeling all four corners of the feet cross into the mat, into the ground, and then just slowly allow yourself to hinge forward. And then really letting the weight of the head draw forward. And then just allow the upper body to hang forward. And then you can slowly just allow yourself to come down towards the ground. And again, this will depend on the range of motion. So the final posture will be working on the spine, coming into a flat back. So this is a really nice full body stretch. So you're going to stand just behind your chair, placing the fingertips on the back of the chair. Walk the legs back and then slowly start to come into a 90-degree angle. And then you'll feel this right through the backs of the legs, through the shoulders, the upper back, and then again, drawing that navel in towards the spine to support the low back, and then just gently gazing towards the floor, letting the head and neck be in line with the spine. So this is your flat back. Thank you so much for watching Junky TV. I hope you enjoyed these 10 postures and stretches to help alleviate stress in the workplace.